Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Nadia Whittome, the weirdest, strangest little woman who ever did enter politics. She's one of the very few MPs that describes herself as queer. I just think strange is a better term. She has some very odd views. She's very, I would consider, naive, dumb, ignorant, uneducated. And is actually the baby of the house. Well, at least she was. She was the youngest MP. Well, she has set out a list of demands, and they are, of course, like all socialist demands, completely unbelievable, certainly unaffordable. The trouble is, of course, you now have a very, very weakened Chancellor and a jellyfish Prime Minister who refuses to stand up to anyone, even someone as maniacally insane as Nadia Whittome. But her demands that she says need to be implemented and implemented very quickly would increase Britain's already record high taxation by a further £120 billion. A move that would not cripple Britain, but utterly destroy it. Because to raise that would require earnings somewhere in the region of 100 billion. Sorry, 1 trillion, 1,000 billion. And Britain hasn't got that kind of money sloshing around. It goes to show why socialists should really never be allowed to be voted into office. They are literally that dumb. This is an example of how dumb they are, but it's also an example of how dangerous they are. Because in her mind, Nadia Whittome would actually tax an extra 120 billion and remove that from the economy. Because every penny that comes out of the economy straight into government coffers doesn't get spent. But of course, it's the spending of money that makes an economy work. But old thicko socialists don't have a clue about that. You know, they are simply thick as pig shit. Thank God that this warped, weird child will never be in a position to be making decisions. My God. Let's hope she's out at the next election. And is never allowed to have any position of authority ever in any company. Anyone mad enough or stupid enough to hire her would see their company instantly evaporate in a puff of debt. What a fuckwit. I mean, literally an absolute fuckwit. There is no other word for her. Hey ho, what do you expect? She's all qualified in gender studies. Can't fucking count. Thanks a lot. Bye.